Okay, hey guys, me Tesla Blaine. I'm back again, and today I have another very cool product. I have a real carbon fiber spoiler for a Model 3. This actually is a 2021 Model 3. It's a buddy of mine, John here. He's back there hiding behind the camera. He doesn't want to be seen. But anyway, so I have a glossy carbon fiber spoiler. It is from Thinsgo, and if you guys are interested, the link is down below if this is the one you're looking for. It'll fit anywhere from a 2017 to a 2021 Model 3. It's very easy to install. We're going to go through that process right now. I'm actually probably going to show you the pictures of the finished product right now so you can see what it looks like. I already installed one on my 2020 Tesla Model Y, and it was actually a pretty simple and easy thing to install. You just got to take your time, you got to clean things, and you got to make sure you measure 2-3 times before you actually install it. And because you can't, once it sticks, you're done. I mean, you don't want to take it back off, so make sure you measure everything the first, second, third time, make sure it's on there right. So anyways, I want to get started now. We're going to take it out of the box and go from there. So now I'm going to take it out of the box. Now, it does not come with the 3M adhesion promoter. However, I highly recommend that you get this. I have this little pack. I bought it off of Amazon. The link's down below in the description of the video. I bought 3 of them. I think they're around $8, but you might even be able to find it even cheaper than that. But you're only going to need one. And this one that you're going to use, right before we go to stick this on there, we're going to put this on. And this will help the 3M tape adhere a lot better. If you do this, it should stick pretty much permanently. Put that in the back pocket. I threw that in the box. It did not come with it, so just keep that in mind. And by the way, John is the one that's behind the camera. James is the one that owns this car. I got the names wrong. Sorry, guys. All right. So here is the real carbon fiber spoiler. It is the high gloss one, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that good. But that's the stickers inside. All right, so this is what it's going to look like on the car. Somewhere about like that. So we're going to start measuring and doing all that here in a minute. So, all right. So what I'm going to be using, James, would you come over here, please? Let you hold on to that. I don't want to drop that on the ground. First thing I want to do is I want to clean and make sure that there's no wax or anything on there. I got some alcohol wipes I'm going to use. I'm going to wipe them off. Make sure it's all dried off. Okay, now that I have it cleaned, I'm going to do a dry fit. Like I said, I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to get a good idea of how far the distance is going to be from this tip of the edge of the trunk to the tip of the spoiler, and do the same thing on both sides. And then I'll put blue tape right on the edge, and you'll see how I do it here in a second. So. All right, so James, get the correct name. You just hold it there for me. What I want to do is start doing this. So I'm pulling the tape measure tight. So right now we're at 5/16, 5 5/16. Okay, so what we need to do is we definitely need to take it that way here. Take it a little bit more. stop, stop. Yeah, that's 5 1/4. I bet you we want too far, but stay right there. Yeah, so go, what we're gonna do is go over until I say stop. Go, 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 stop. Hair more. Yeah, stop. That's right at 5 now. And that's at 5 1/16. So go a hair towards me. Stop. 5 and just under a 16th. Just a hair to your right. I mean, smidge. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And as you can see, the way I'm measuring is I'm just keeping the line, imaginary line, straight over. Okay, so from this tip straight to here, and I'm doing the same exact point over there. I'm putting it on there. And right now, I'm just a hair over 5 inches. I mean, it's just a hair over 5 inches right here. So I really think that's in a good spot right there. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take my tape and I'm gonna mark it. So if I'm looking straight down at the tip, when I get ready to put the sucker back on, I know that that spoiler needs to be right there. Now, I will explain one thing, is with the tape, for the installation of this one, I'm only gonna use the blue painter's tape. On my car, I had the blue painter's tape and I also used the black Gorilla tape. Now, the Gorilla tape, I left it on there for about 2.5 days, and once to take it off, it didn't leave any residue at all on my car. There was some comments that people said, don't ever use Gorilla tape, there's no need for it, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. So I'm not gonna do it this time, especially because I'm gonna be using the adhesive promoter. And with that, that should keep it strong enough that you really are not gonna need the Gorilla tape. So I'm only gonna do it with this. James, after we're done, he's gonna back his car up, he's gonna leave it in the garage for 2 solid days. And then we will end up taking off the blue tape and taking a look and seeing what the finished product is. So it does recommend leaving the tape on for 2 to 3 days if you can. So if you have the opportunity or a second vehicle after you're finished installing it and everything, you can go ahead and take that off. Sorry. It's recommended to leave it on the car for 2 to 3 days without allowing any kind of pressure. Don't drive or anything with it for the first couple days, because you really want that 3M tape to grab a hold and adhere to your paint on your car as well as you can. So I wouldn't put it on and start driving with it. Okay, so as you can see, we have the exact points right here. So the next thing I want to do is, now that I have my measurements and I have everything marked off, we know exactly where we want to put the spoiler on when we bring it up here, and I have everything wiped off, cleaned. Now I'm going to take the adhesive promoter. It does not really give any kind of instructions on this, really, because I had someone ask me what it is that we're supposed to do, or how long after you put it on can you put the spoiler on or anything like that. But so anyways, after I put this on there and I wipe this on, I'm going to, as soon as we get done with that, I'm going to grab the spoiler and start installing it. Last time I did it with my car, it was almost instant. I could feel it grab that spoiler as soon as I went to put it on there. So you don't have to let it dry or anything like that. I think after I put it on, it's going to be a little wet, and then it dries within just air, so it'll be fine. Let's open this up. I will need that rag so I can wipe my hands off. So right now I'm just going to take this and I want to put it right down through here. Cover the whole thing. Come underneath. All right.
It's actually a cloth instead of a sponge.
Yeah, the promoter is actually a little sponge, and it works good. It holds, put everything on it. See, it's already dry on the car, so. All right, so with the spoiler, there is 2 strips of tape, as you can see. So you got one down here on the bottom and one on top. I always have trouble getting these things off, so let's see how easy it is this time. Okay, so I've got it started. I got the 2 pieces here started. I want to take them, I want to leave this one twisted down to the bottom, and this one I'm going to bring up here on top. I'm going to start off on my left-hand side. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring it down a little bit more, so about right there. So I got about 1/3 of it off. James, will you come over here on the right? And I want you to put that where you think it's going to be, right there. And I think it needs to come. That look good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and push in right here on this part. I don't want to push in too close up to here because then I won't be able to pull these things out. So you see how I'm doing that? Okay, let go a little bit. Yeah. There we go. All right. Okay, now got that in there. I'm just pushing the same amount of pressure from underneath and on top. It's looking pretty good. And it looks good. All right, now that I have that on there, I've already got some extra pieces of tape. I'm gonna start putting some tape on this. I'm gonna push in, come down underneath, and I'm gonna pull some pressure right there. Really, you just don't want to give the adhesive any reason to back off over the next couple days. But I'm telling you, with that adhesive promoter that we put on there first, it really grabs good. I even noticed a little bit where the adhesive promoter was on my fingers almost stuck together. So I know it's working and doing what it's supposed to be doing. But unfortunately, putting a spoiler on does not give you immediate satisfaction because you got to wait for a few days and let everything adhere better before you can take off all this ugly tape and get to enjoy what it looks like. So I'm even going to tape up my corners. or my edges really well. All right, let me get some more tape from you. Now, this here is my second spoiler from Thinsgo, and it's really simple to put on. They're very easy. Take your time, measure, make sure you got the correct amount of distance from your left side to your right side. I highly recommend getting the adhesive promoter, putting that on there. And if you tape it and you follow the instructions and keep it on the car for a couple days without driving it and getting it out there and putting it under pressure for 2 to 3 days, you should be okay. I've had my spoiler on my Model Y now for a couple months. I've driven it through the car washes. I've driven it through high rates of speed, I guess you can say. I'm keeping it under the speed limit, of course, whenever I'm out driving, but no issues. It's not coming off. I know that some people on some spoilers, maybe the same brand, maybe a different brand, where they might come off a little bit on the edges. That could happen to anybody if the 3M tape maybe didn't stick too well to the bottom of the spoiler, or maybe they didn't use the adhesive promoter. But we're going to find out how this one does. I am going to leave it on here for a couple days, and then we're going to take off the tape and see what it looks like and see how well it holds up. I'm sure it's going to do good. So before I finish this video, we're going to, like I said, we're going to let it sit a couple days and we're going to get back to it from there. So, all right, just check it out here in a couple days. Okay, guys, it's been 2 days now. We did this Friday evening. Here it is Sunday now, and I actually had James bring his car over to my house where we could go ahead and take the tape off and everything. He didn't live too far away, so he brought it over here. So we're going to take the tape off now and see how it held up, see how it looks. Got some birds singing. See, this blue tape, it actually sometimes leaves residue on the paint. Right there. I have to use some alcohol wipes and take that off. Oh, I know why it's doing that. That's from the promoter. That's where the adhesive promoter was. All right, let's see here. Looks like it's pretty solid. Solid all the way in, all the way from one side to the other. Not loose at all. It's exactly what we wanted. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get some of this residual off. Let's use some plain old alcohol wipes here and see what that does. Hey James, you wanna help out? Start over there and put a little bit of elbow grease into it. Now, I'll teach you something. You know, did you, when growing up, ever have a school with a whiteboard?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that when you're erasing on a whiteboard, that the teacher cannot wipe like this? No, you're supposed to wipe up and down. Do you know why? Because when you're going like this, what's your butt doing? Yeah, that's one of the things they taught me in military instructor school, is that we could not wipe side to side because our butt would be shaking.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense. Make sure you get it all. Just keep going and it's coming right up, so.
Yeah, you definitely feel the difference from where,
Yeah.
at least you know that piece of promoter works, you know, for
Oh yeah. And if you get down right along the edge, I mean, you want to get as much of it off as you can. All right, let's take a look at this guy. All installed. And as you can see, it has a nice, smooth fit all the way across. I don't see any gaps anywhere. Come around this side over here. Look at that. Underneath. That looks good. All the way around. And as you can see, we got the real carbon fiber gloss black spoiler here for a 2021 Model 3. This is the black glossy carbon fiber spoiler. It will fit the 2017 through 2021 Model 3s. It's very similar to my Model Y that I have. Okay, James, so what do you think? I mean, do you like it?
Oh yeah, definitely adds a lot more style to it, and then the gloss, and it was a good fit. Like I said, it was definitely an easier process than I thought when you came to me.
I mean, putting it on, it took us, I mean, it took well, maybe 30 minutes or so, but I mean, even probably less than that. It's just, I was setting up for the camera and I was doing all that, trying to get things set up. But I mean, it's really simple. The main thing to do is take your time, measure 3 or 4 times before you actually put it on. And just throw your piece of tape as your reference. Once you have it figured out and measured, and if you do have one other person with you, it even makes it easier because they can hold this on while you are measuring, and then they can adjust it. I did my Model Y by myself. When I did it by myself, I was still able to do it. In fact, what I did is when I held this up, I took a piece of tape and I taped the spoiler onto my car, and then that kept it from moving, so then I could walk from one side to the other. But I don't recommend, you can use the measurements that we used on his car as a reference to get started at. It was like 5 1/16, I believe. But you never know. Every car might be a little different. The spoiler could be off by a 1/16 of an inch in length. You never know, you never know. So always measure and try to get it perfectly centered on both sides, and should work. So, okay guys, so once again, I really enjoyed this carbon fiber. The link for it and everything is down below in the description if you're interested, if you need it for a Tesla Model 3, 2017 through 2021. You'll find this right here. Just click the link below. It's straight off of Amazon. It's the same product, same kind I have on my Tesla Model Y, and I really like it. It's holding up really well. This one is the glossy one. And anyways, so if you haven't done so already, hit the like button down below, hit subscribe, and until next time, be safe, have fun, and keep driving. Thanks.